back to the show. Since Donald Trump took office, a lot of people have gotten fired. But did you know a lot of people have self-fired too? Here's Samantha B. with more.
Since Inauguration Day, Trump has been shedding qualified, experienced civil servants on a regular basis. Whenever we can, we bring them here to my rescue farm for displaced government workers. Far from the pressures of their bureaucratic lives, they can live out their days in peace and tranquility, not worrying about the world that's burning down just beyond the border of these Elysian fields.
Hey! Go on! Get out of here! Have some respect!
I've come here to check in on one of our newest residents.
This is Elizabeth Shackelford, a diplomat in the State Department.
Who's that?
Oh, that's Charles. He announced every inauguration since Eisenhower until Trump fired him. Now he follows me around narrating my interviews.
This real-life Leslie Knope worked at State for over 7 years, most recently in the country of Africa, specifically the country of Somalia.
My last day with the State Department was in December.
What made you actually pull the trigger?
Well, even under the Obama administration, there were certainly aspects of our foreign policy that I disagree with. But the difference is that I and a lot of my colleagues don't feel like we have a seat at the table anymore as the State Department.
What about trying to stay and change the system from within? I've heard that's a thing.
What about trying to stay and change the system from within? I've heard that's a thing.
I fully understand what a lot of people say. You know, you have to stay on the inside to fight from the inside. You're better positioned to have an influence. But it just felt not only futile, but as though you're starting to become complicit in promoting what are dangerous policies overseas.
I wonder what policies she...
Muslim bans.
Threatened nuclear war with North Korea via Twitter.
Shithole.
Second Muslim
U.S.
ban.
withdrawal from UNESCO.
Shithole.
Another Muslim ban.
Loophole countries.
Exiting the Paris Climate Accord.
Shithole. Shithole.
This house is a shithole.
So what effect does
a comment like calling African countries shitholes have on our standing in that region?
Shitholes. That seems bad.
It is bad. Somalia, for example, it's a strong and important partner in our fight against terrorism. And when you have an administration that is making allegations about a country, it's difficult to then go back to the government and say, no, he doesn't mean you.
Do the people in foreign governments know that Trump is literally the worst we have to offer?
I think they do. I think the overall reaction that I got from a lot of Somali counterparts was pity.
No! Pitying everyone else is our thing. What else are we losing?
There have been times before when you've seen people leave the State Department out of principled views, but it's on a scale right now that I think is totally unprecedented.
So we're either going to have to buy more land here at the farm or step up our sausage-making operation, is what you're saying. When people like you leave the Foreign Service, who fills those positions?
No one. There's a hiring freeze. So as people leave, there are fewer and fewer people coming in to take those positions.
Which is dangerous because diplomats work behind the scenes to handle trade negotiations, treaties, cultural affairs, dealing with that marijuana arrest in Thailand the time you thought a bad mom's weekend was a good idea. Diplomats are the Spanx of foreign policy. They smooth out all the lumpy bits. Oh, and also they prevent wars before they erupt. But I'm sure someone is on the case.
The State Department doesn't have the manpower or resources or influence in terms of the White House. So the military around the world is kind of filling gaps.
Isn't that a little bit like sending the wrestling team to the mathletics tournament?
Similar. But a lot of former military colleagues have told me they would much rather us be in the room because the military views the world through a very different lens from diplomats.
And even some of Trump's closest advisors agree.
If you don't fund the State Department fully, then I need to buy more ammunition, ultimately.
Well, lock and load, Mattis, because Trump slashed the State Department budget by 30%, while increasing defense spending by over $80 billion.
So what will diplomacy look like post-Trump? I mean, post-Donald Trump, like during the Ivanka administration.
It will probably look a lot more militarized. But the scarier part about that is we aren't even going to know what the world looks like because we won't have the eyes and ears out there. And looking from behind an isolationist wall, the world will look much scarier to Americans than I think it necessarily should.
What about the situation in Africa? Now that's something we should be thinking about.
We are thinking about it. Thank you, Charlie. God, I'm so sorry.
I say that to it.
That. No!
Actually, Sam.
Sorry, imagining a government without diplomats like Elizabeth keeping the U.S. from becoming the Howard Hughes of countries was getting to me.
What could we do to get you to go back?
Before Trump leaves?
Yes.
No.
Good boy.
We can't guarantee there'll be a government if she changes her mind, but until then, she's welcome here.
Beautiful coat. So if you've been forced out of your civil service job for not agreeing with the president's batshit agenda, or you're being asked to do something shady you don't want to do, come on out to the farm. We'll make room. Oh. Hey, no, bad. No.
All right. Get the fuck off.
We'll be right back.